Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here, you're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat
So happy to be
Sports
talking to my
UK.
next guest, and he's got a really fun fight coming up here against Jake Collier at UFC 279, September 10th. It's the Beast Boy, Chris Barnett, joining me here on the program. Chris, how are you?
Man, I'm good, man. Can't complain, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, pleasure is all mine. Before we talk about anything, we got to talk about the setup here. It looks great. I know you've been getting into the Twitch streaming. How long you been doing that?
Literally probably about a month and a half now, really getting into it. Got a couple of friends that have been doing it, and they saw me. They're like, hey, man, why don't you try it? You know, you get all these followers on Instagram and whatnot. And so I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, I never understood the whole concept of, like, watching somebody else play a game. Why not just play it yourself? But, hey, to each his own. If you want to watch, cool. I go nuts on mine, though. I'm in impersonations. Like, I go bananas on mine, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I get it now, because as the people start coming in, it's kind of cool to answer questions, you know, that fans don't normally get to ask and stuff, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, it's fun. It's an adventure, and I can't wait.
Yeah, well, no, and good on you, man, because you're a pretty popular brand in the UFC. Everyone seems to love you, so why not translate that into other things outside of fighting? So I got to commend you on that, man. That's awesome. Let's talk about this fight. You're on UFC 279, a card headlined by Nate Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev. You know there's going to be some eyeballs on this one. Just how excited were you to be a part of this card?
Dude, it was, man, I'm trying to think. When they asked me at first, the card was almost going to be in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, you know, backyard type thing. But even then, the fact that Diaz and I always mess his name up.
Chimaev. Yeah, Khamzat.
Chimaev.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they're headlining it is wild, you know what I'm saying? And then it's in Vegas, but it's in the T-Mobile. So no more of that Apex walkout. I can hear myself breathe. You know, you don't hear anything. You hear one or two people, like their coach or whatever. But that's what I need, man, that energy, you know, that raw energy. So they told me I was going to be on this card, and then they told me the location. I was like, yes, that's what I need. I need the fans there, you know. So, but yeah, man, I'm super excited to be on it.
And I know your last fight, there was a lot that went into that I don't think people realize. I know you did an interview recently with my buddy Cole Shelton. I kind of got tipped off about this, about what happened with your wife, and then the UFC, Dana coming and, you know, kind of helping you out and all that. Don't even make a sharp turn here, but I want people to realize what you had to go through your last fight. I guess my question would be, looking back, were you surprised you were able to get through that camp and take the fight?
Yeah, man, it was tough, dude. What needed to be put in couldn't be put in because my time was being, you know, prioritized with something 10 times more important, you know. So not being able to, you know, give my all to the camp, you know, I punished myself really and my fans, because, you know, in interviews, you know, I have to, oh yeah, guys, but really, like, I'm sitting here looking at the phone every 2 seconds. Hey, okay, is she, you know, this and that, you know, and just trying to get to where I needed to be time wise. Like, there would be days where I wouldn't even be able to get any training in because I was stuck in the hospital just trying to figure out something, you know. So that whole strand of time, and then the fact that like 30 hours before the fight, I get a phone call saying I need to make a decision. And I was like, huh? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we were still, before I'd left, there was, like, you know, this open window, you know, different responses and stuff. And when I got out there, it was like, okay, cool. You know, you're still trying to focus, still trying to, you know, do whatever. But, you know, it was that always constant check, always calling, you know, my mom, because big help, you know, with my kids and stuff, checking on them, making sure they're okay, because they didn't know exactly what was going on, but they hadn't seen their mom in like 2 months, you know. So I'm sitting here doing the best I can, trying to accommodate to them and their needs and everything, while trying to not lie, but be like, hey, you know, this is what I'm being told, guys, and, you know, we just got to have hope. You know, we just got to have hope. But yeah, dude, it was definitely an eye opener. Like, not to say, I've had so many fights and I've never been in a fight before to where I've never felt like I was in it. Like, I was there, but I wasn't there. Like, there was times where he would hit me and stuff, and I was just like, nah, okay, wait a minute. They said I got to make a decision. Like, you know what I mean? So it wasn't, my mind wasn't there at all. You know, Scott, my coach, he was trying to talk to me, and he was like, hey, look, man, we got to get there. We got to do something. You're literally letting him lay on you on the cage. And that's not me, man. Like that's, well, not to move forward, but that's one big thing that we've been working on with it. But yeah, man, like I don't know a lot of people that would have even stepped in the cage, going through that. And that's literally what Dana, pretty much brought up. He was like, dude, why did you even, why didn't you say something, and you got this great opportunity to be in the UFC. You don't want to blow it, but you kind of blow it doing, like, I should have just left and let whoever say whatever about it and had it happen and felt bad after they said whatever they said, you know what I mean? But instead I was like, no, I you don't want to get that funk on you of, well, we don't know if he's going to take the fight, type thing. And I should have already known. They knew I took a fight on 8 days notice with Ben Rothwell. So I should have, dialed that in and thought about stuff like that too. But at that time, you know what I mean? It's, you want to be a beyond superhero, but it's like the world came crushing down, and I'll say Dana was that hand to help, through that rubble, with it, which was awesome, dude, because he is who he is. He didn't have to do what he did. He didn't have to call me. He didn't have to, do whatever. Like, so that whole aspect. And that was the other reason why, because I knew he was that kind of guy. So me not taking the fight, I felt like I was going to let him down.
Right.
But come find out, I let him down either way, so but yeah, man, like long story short on it, it was tough, but the steps that we've taken forward in this, and then just the on push and the love from the UFC staff, from Dana, from all of them, Maynard, everybody, it's amazing, dude. Like, and now I still have that same drive of, I just want to make sure I have that A-type mentality. If Dana's my coach, I want to make sure my coach is happy with what I'm doing, type thing. So that's the mindset. That's the thing. Like, I have to show off, this next fight for Dana,
Yeah. No, I get it, man. And again, that being able, I know fighting is a lot of mental stuff. So the fact that you were able to step in there, I think very admirable. And hopefully people are hearing this, just seeing, being able to overcome personal tragedy. But let's talk about Jake Collier. I love this fight because you two, both of you guys, like I said, are characters. I feel like people are rooting for both of you when it comes to, two personalities in the UFC. So just first and foremost, when you found out you'd be fighting him, did that excite you a little bit? Because this is going to be a fan-friendly fight.
Yeah, like the whole John Vellante, I felt like that was my buddy. You know what I'm saying? And when me and my buddies are training, I definitely got to outdo you. You know what I'm saying? And then we're in front of a big crowd, so the crowd's watching too. Oh, come on now, So it was crazy because I never put two and two together with the Jake Collier thing until they offered me Vellante. But it's cool to see somebody that looks like you. You see him like body wise, and you know what I mean. So and he throws the spinning kicks and stuff, like, He's constantly in your face, stand up, moving, bum, 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 forward, So that right there excited me enough. It's like. Not to say I'm fighting an idol type thing, but I'm fighting a bud. You know what I mean? Like, battle of the dad bods. You know what I'm saying? So like that right there was cool because I've always watched him, even when he was at 185. I saw you saw clips and highlights and whatever. But yeah, man, now like to watch him fight the Carlos Philippe's, the Andre Arlovski's, which that fight was but yeah, like I've been a fan. I've been a fan, dude. And even of Vellante, when Vellante stepped up, man, it's the dad bod for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Bam Bams and all that. You know what I mean? We got the Cyril Games out here looking all sexy and flexy in the Ngannous, you know what I mean? They can have that G.I. Joe stuff. Give me the dad bod.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's great. Training camp, who have been some of your main training partners leading into this fight?
Oh, I've actually been at ATT Lima here in Atlanta. Nice. So you got guys like Douglas and Diego pushing me, Treason. He's out there. Dude, that boy hits like a man.
Super strong, huh? I've heard that from a lot of people.
Night, man, like leg kicks, his forward ability and whatnot. And he complimented me this camp. He was like, "Yo, you over here, my speed wise." He was like, "You're punching like a welterweight. That don't make no sense." I was like, "Thank you. Let me make sure power in with this speed, But between him and then one of my main training partners is Austin Green. Y'all are gonna hear about him very, very, very soon. Big heavyweight, about 6'4", maybe even taller than that. Super athletic. I think he goes by the Bodyguard. He also wrestles at A&EW or whatever the new one is. if you go back and Google some stuff, he got chokeslammed by Big Show. You know what I'm saying? So
cool.
He's a big name that's about to start climbing up, but he's been one of my main adversaries, we'll say, because he's got the build of every UFC fighter, but the strength of like literally a gorilla. Like it's wild. And to see him make 265 is nuts, because him at 330, him being as tall as he is, he's just solid. He is just a solid dude, and you're like, where did they make you? Like, you dialed into that super soldier serum, didn't you, sir? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing too. He's in the army. Like when he was in the army, you got this guy this big running like 8-minute and 9-minute miles. Like it's imagine the Hulk. He's like Smart Hulk. Yeah. Literally, like he found the way to patch it together. So I think he's like 3-0 right now, just climbing the ranks. And I was like, yo, let me beat some folks before you decide to jump in, UFC. We have perfect understanding, with that whole aspect, again, buddy fights. I love him, So, but nah, man, he's been big there. It's another dude named Zaki. He's a power lifter out of Africa, actually, and a wrestler out of Africa. He honestly, I call him Wakanda Forever, because he comes in and he's just solid. Like, and you look at the pictures online, I'm the smallest guy in the room. It looks so weird, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, like just having that different push and drive, oh man, I can't think of his name right now. Oh my, but yeah, like the Lima brothers, dude, like that whole school, the vibe there, it's right up my alley. You walk in, there's music playing, they're out there going at it, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of other camps I didn't know come there anyway. So I saw, guys from other schools and whatnot. But yeah, my main camp and focus has been at ATT Lima, and then my big thing this camp was getting back to me, like getting back to what got me to the show, what got me that $50K bonus, and that was my Taekwondo. So I was back training with my brother Curtis Barnett at Barnett Taekwondo Academy, our home school. I was like at ATT morning, midday, get me a swim in at the Y and whatnot, and then at night I'm back on Taekwondo getting the movement mainly down. Like that was my whole thing is, you can't put me against the cage if I'm moving, you know what I mean? So getting the movement, getting the cardio back up. But yeah, camp's been going like way better than last camp, let's just say, so it's not to sound selfish, but it's good to be able to focus on me, you know what I mean? This camp, instead of having to deal with everything, that whole aspect of it, and again, it takes a tribe, man, and I've got a great circle around me, that's helping me push forward and holding me accountable too. That's the big thing, man. Holding me accountable. Like my best friend's wife, she runs my emails and stuff, you know what I mean? And hey, look, 2:00 right here, he's calling, you need to, and I need that. Yeah. I need that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Like she'll say she's doing too much, but it's like, no, I need that, because I was in the middle of playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance after getting done training, and she was like, hey, you got to interview at 2. I was like, oh God, I do. Okay, all right, let me get on, you know what I mean? And that's just part of it, you know what I mean? Like just having those people there holding you accountable, making sure you're doing what you're doing, and I do my best to try to throw it back at them, but half the time they're like, yeah, Chris, we know, we have to help you. Don't try to do that. I was like, I'm just trying, guys. But yeah, man, just a different vibe, like great feelings. The kids are great, you know what I mean? We just had a birthday, last week? Nice. I'm sorry. 2 weeks ago was my daughter's birthday. She turned 9, and then Zay's birthday. His birthday is actually the 6th, the day I have to leave out, but we're doing something this weekend. So it's just good vibes, man. And like the camp, it'll show. It'll definitely show. There'll be a big difference in the energy. Even though I try to bring the energy out with the Boudet fight, but again, that crowd, like I was dancing and everything, and there was one person that was like, yeah, all right. Yeah. I was like, this ain't right. But yeah, overall, super fantastic camp.
That's good, man. That sounds awesome. And on that note, who will be making the trip with you? Who will be in your corner for this fight?
Oh, we're gonna have Scott Barrett and Todd Duffy's gonna pull up, and then I don't know if I can say too much, but one of the guys from ATT, he'll actually be cornering me. I don't know if I can say.
Oh, just keep it top secret. It's okay.
Yeah,
We'll see in the broadcast. There
I
you
don't
go.
get nobody in trouble. But yeah, he'll be there. So yeah, the ATT team, and of course Scott's literally like that Scott. We used to people used to call us Bash Brothers back in the day. Like we identical to a T, except for he's like an inch taller than me. We used to fight the same. Everything was wild. I throw kicks more. He'd wrestle more. They're like, if we fuse you, y'all be world champ type thing, So got him there. And then it's always good to have Duffy in the corner. Just that his vibe, man. Like he's a great dude, man. Like he's back heeled too, which is scary. So world, watch out. Duffy's back. The Duff man is back, and then Carl, he'll be there, so I've got my solid three, two solid wrestling coaches, a mean striking coach, right there in the corner. So we're good. And then Carl with the jits also. So all aspects covered, man. This locomotive is moving, baby. It is moving.
September 10th. How's this fight playing out? How do you envision it going down?
Oh, I heard him in the interview say one of us is getting knocked out. So sounds great to me. Now I plan to give a spectacular stand-up performance, and even if he tries to take it to the ground, I'm doing the old pride, wave it up, now get up, player, like you know what I mean, type thing. So I feel so confident with my wrestling and stuff now that I might get a takedown just to, solidify the round, but I ain't gonna stay down there. You know what I mean? Unless he's hurt, get him up out of there or whatever type thing. But I plan a nice stand-up war with him.
Love it. We got a big heavyweight fight coming up this weekend. I'm going to put your analyst hat on here for a second. We've got Cyril Gahn and Tai Tuivasa. Just your thoughts on how that fight might play out. I think Gahn's a 5-1 favorite here. A lot of people counting out Tai.
Wow. Really? They count Bam Bam out like that, huh?
Yeah.
After what he did to Derek
Lewis, I know. Yeah.
I just watched Gahn fight JDS, and his movement in that fight, like not even to think of what his fight with Francis, because that had to be wild. That whole camp, you're planning on this stand-up war, and here Francis is turning into a D1 wrestler. You're like,
I know
what just happened, But Bam Bam is different. You got to think, man, that man gets hit in the head every day by Mark Hunt, like the Super Samoan, man. So that showed that in that Beast fight. Beast hits hard, clearly. But if you can take it and give one back, that's what ends up happening. So I think it's going to come down to cardio. And I think Gahn has I don't want to say a little bit better, but I don't know. That's different. Because cardio, I think heart beats cardio, because Bam Bam, that is boom, 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 heart. And then Gahn style, cardio, and everything there. This is, I can't go winner because they're both my friend. No, I think I'll say it like that. I'll play the both sides of the fence. If it comes down to, it's a 5-rounder.
Yeah, 5-round main event. Yeah.
I say if it goes late, I gotta give it to Gahn just because of movement and stuff, and speed kills. But them first two and a half, Bam Bam's on fire. So that right there, I'll throw that out there like that. Bam Bam. First, second, if we get past that, then it's going to be, I don't know where his tank is, so, but if his tank's there, then, hey, Bam Bam, I got to give it to him, because I've never seen somebody get cracked the way he got cracked by Derek. Oh, that was wild. And then just to give one right back, so even with that Hardy fight, Hardy cracked him too. And he just said, word, all right, my turn, bow. So yeah, Bam Bam is he's different, man. That head, that noggin is a block, man. So I think I might edge Bam Bam with cardio. Yeah, if not, Cyril Gahn.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you on a new contract now? I was trying to figure out how many more fights you have left.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think this is the last one, but like with everything that happened, with that, and then also the last minute fights that I have taken, they're very understanding, and then it doesn't help that I've got like 250,000 followers on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason why I try to be so personal, just in case. You know what I mean? How many losses is Conor on now?
He's had a couple. I think it's back-to-back losses. I think, if I'm correct, I think just the one win over Cerrone in the last one. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you can be a loser and be a winner at the same time. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, no, I think I need to talk to him actually about that. Glad you said something. But no matter what, September 10th, we get a new contract, baby. Either way, baby. Either way.
I like it. Okay, and before we get out of here, I got to ask, what are you streaming right now, gaming wise? What are you playing?
Man, I'm on this Fall Guys. It's just a fun, goofy, like you got to get to the finish line best way you can, type game. And then my friend's been calling me out for Halo a lot, so I had to hop back on that. Had to school them in that, and apparently they're about to do a whole bunch of updates. Which once I dove back in, I was like, "Why'd y'all do this to me? I was just out. Here you go, calling me back." But I'm like literally about to start streaming everything. I'm trying to get a link in with Nappy Boy Gaming if I could. T-Pain's little group. So I saw him streaming the new Saints Row. So I'm probably about to buy that and start streaming with that and whatnot. But honestly, I could stream and just look at the camera and read the questions and just answer the questions. Like just that part of it is fun to me. Sometimes they distract me while I'm playing Halo. Just Halo. The Fall Guys, I can be like, oh, hang on, what? Oh, Carly's gonna knock me out. Oh, real funny guy. And go right back to the game, whatever. But yeah, man, I will stream anything. Not the biggest. Like I'll play Madden next to you, but like I don't like playing it online because of the whole delay and all that jazz. But yeah, I'll do the sports games and everything. They need to come up with like a newer boxing game, something. But yeah, that's nowhere here or there. I'm still playing Fight Night from what they just patched it on there from 360. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, man, come on, give us something else. But yeah, I'll stream anything and everything.
And last question before we get out of here, you have 30 fights, and you're a guy that I've known about for a very long time. I remember watching you in Japan. I was curious, do you still have a lot of Japanese fans that reach out and follow your career even after leaving Ryzen? Because I imagine you had a big impact there, and they obviously that fan base would love someone like yourself.
Yeah, man, like the Road FC people still hit me up, the Ryzen, like. And it's crazy because I would like I'll say in every interview I've ever had, I'll say those are like hands down some of the most respectful like fans. Like to be in a fight and hear them clap because they know what you're about to set up type thing instead of them, hey, punch him in the face, rip his nose off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Love the energy, guys. Don't get me wrong, American fans love the energy, but. All right, man, rip his nose off. Come on, guys, but yeah, dude, like I'll get the inboxes. Hey, you ever gonna fight over here? If they do a UFC Japan, you gotta be on it. I was like, you make sure you tell them that, type thing, So, yeah, that'll always be my love. I actually got a couple of guys I'm trying to get over there for the like Road FC and Rise, and they have like AMI things sometimes that they build up, and then I've got about 2 other pros that those guys are they're ready. My good friend Zaire, he's actually in. I think he just left. I forgot what part of Thailand he's in. He's over there actually just getting it. Like he said, the way they treat the fighters, like fighting is their job. So they got to train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're fighting. Next week, same thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're fighting, and that's how they pay for their gym memberships, and stuff like that. You throw up the logo, you win some matches, you know what I mean? And it's cool. And that's like the perfect. He's 20 something years old over there, just living it, just living the life of literally what every fighter would love to do. Like, yo, I would love to just train, fight, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like the fan base is still there with the overseas guys, man.
Great. Chris, thanks so much for doing this. We went way over time, but this was awesome. Really appreciate it. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors or any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
I done left it. Shoot. Well, first off, let's just go ahead. We'll thank the UFC always right now. Now, Beast Nutrition, Hayabusa, they've been protecting my mitts and my feet, since last camp. Those are my big ones right there. Of course, Barnett Taekwondo Academy, and then ATT Lima, man. Love that they say they saw a little broken bear down on the side of the road, and they came right over, picked me right up, and said, "Come on to this circus, baby." So those right there, man, my core, and then of course my Beast Boy tribe, man. I always love and respect right there. But yeah, man, no, that's it right there. Keep it simple, as they say.